As you begin your Premiere education, it's good to take a step back and see the big picture. So, in this movie, we're going to look at the overall workflow in Premiere Pro. The first step in the Premiere process is that we import footage. We bring in all kinds of elements that we'll be using to create our story. So, in the project panel is where this all goes down. We bring in audio clips, we bring in graphics, Photoshop files, we bring in video clips, anything that will help us to tell our story, all different kinds of media. We then take the clips from the project panel and add them to a little mini project called a sequence. And this is really where we do our work here in the sequence. And this is the timeline panel where we see our sequence. And I have several clips here that you can see. And we add effects and we add transitions to our clips in the timeline over here in the effects panel. We can tweak those effects and transitions in the Effect Controls panel up here. With our timeline panel selected, we can preview and pause our timeline by pressing the spacebar.
Plenty of places to ride. Beautiful weather.
Just press the spacebar again to stop. We use the program monitor to see what we're doing. And the timeline panel, again, is where we do most of our work. We use these tools here to work with and trim and adjust our footage. And we do that here again in the timeline panel. We also create markers so that we know where we are and we know where significant points in our video and audio clips, and also for significant points of our timeline. We have an audio mixer to mix the balance of our audio tracks so we have a nice audio sound for our final output. And once we're all done, then we output this sequence to a final video. So if we were going to boil the workflow down to 3 simple steps, it's that 1, we bring in elements, often called clips or assets, and then we work with them here in the timeline panel. We fiddle with them, we make them shorter, we move them around, change their sequence. And we do that here in the timeline panel. We add effects and transitions, polish it up, make it look all nice, and then we export it. Now, of course, that is an overly simplistic view of it, but that is, again, the bird's eye view of what we do in Premiere.